Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Long time no see. I started to play Jobava London system, and I decided to make some study for me, and this is the most aggressive opening. I like it. So this is some chapters here that I studied and that I like, and most of the games are in these 6 chapters here. So let's begin with the first one. The first one is the bishop on f5. So the Jobava London system starts with d4, and this is how black usually play, and the bishop goes on d square. On the standard London, this knight goes on d square, but in Jobava goes on c3. So this is the bishop on f5. So the response here is you can play this, so trade the bishop, but this is the plan with this pawn and on g4 and h4 and start attacking on the king side. So black usually play this move or this move, and we immediately attack the bishop here. So he goes here. There are some moves that bishop on this position goes here or here, but then we just develop the usual way, and now we start the h4. This pawn can go on this square or on this square. So if he plays here, we just put the pawn here, develop the bishop here, just a trade, and we take here with the queen. There is some lines that on this position we can take with the pawn, but that's more complicated position, so the queen is absolutely okay. As you can see on Lichess database, most of wins here are with white, and this is the knight move. So the black here developed the bishop. We do not trade, but play the knight here, so if he take, we take with the knight, and we have more development, and attack is on the way on the king side. So here black castle, and that's a mistake. So as you can see, it's plus 1.7 already. So now we can attack the knight, and this is a tricky move. If black take this pawn, we can take back with the pawn, attacking the knight, and also threatening with the queen here, checkmate. So let me show you. If he take, we take, and this here is checkmate. So if he moved the knight, let's say here, that's a checkmate. If he do not move, we can take the piece, so we win. So the best move for black in this position is right here, and now we just take the pawn with opening this file, G file. So he play this move, which is the best move in this position for black. Now we trade the bishop, and we just long castle, and we have very good position with attack on the king. The position here is plus 1.2. As you can see here, there are some stronger players. 3 wins and 1 lose. So that's about the bishop on the f5. Let's see pawn on e5. So this is, let me turn off the engine. This is some aggressive way of playing with black against the Jobava system. So we take here and he attack the knight. We move the knight here, so we are attacking back with the knight and the queen, the pawn. So he defended, we attack again, and he defended again, and now we attack with the pawn. So the good move is attacking the knight, and we just win the pawn here. If he in this position take, we just take with the pawn, and we have center pawn. It's plus 2.8 now. So we just develop here trade, and this is check. As you can see, computer wants here to long castle, but it's plus 3.5 already, and you just play the chess and win the game. So let's see, in this position here, if he take, we will trade. He will take with the king, and we take back this pawn, and already we have 1.7 for white, so it's a winning position. And let's say if he play with the knight here, that's a mistake because we have check and we take the rook. So that's it about pawn on e5. Let's see the knight on a6. I have played the game with this. So this is some idea of the Jobava London to attack this pawn. The black will respond with the knight on a6. We play this move, opening this diagonal for the bishop, and just go back. Here they attack the knight, pinning here. The best move for white to respond is to take the pawn, and let me turn this off. Now it's a check, we take the bishop, he take the bishop, and here the idea for black is to play the knight and attack this pawn. We just develop the knight here and castle, and this is the idea when we find ourselves in this position to attack this pawn here and move the rook on the open file. As you can see, it's +1 for white. In this position we can play the bishop here on this squares, or the knight here attacking this pawn, and this is the Lichess base that set 33% for white and 64 when we move the bishop here or the queen here. So that's the plan, and you just play the chess. The fourth chapter is Dutch defense. This is not the Jobava London, just some idea that I find on the net how to play against the Dutch. So if we play the knight here, we just trade double these pawns, and we open here the bishop. So the black will respond with the knight here, and this is some idea. As you can see, we can move the pawn here, develop the knight, bishop here, knight here, and rookade is plus 0.7 for white, and we play chess. The knight can go also here. This is the idea that I found. they pin the knight, bishop goes here, and he played this move just to protect this pawn that we attack. So we move the queen here, attacking again this pawn. He just castle. We do not take this pawn, we just develop the knight first, also protecting the knight on c3 again. And black here is play the queen, blocking the bishop but protecting this pawn twice, so now we cannot take, but we can move, we can long castle, and the idea here is to attack the king. Now you can see it's plus 1.2 on this position, and that's it. You can go also here just to see what he wants to do with this bishop. So if he takes, we will take with this knight and our king is safe, and we can start attacking on the king side. That's about Dutch defense. And England gambit is when the black plays on e5 pawn, just giving the pawn. Now on this position we do not take, we defend the pawn. If he takes, we will take the queen, he must take with the king, and we are in good shape. So black attack again this pawn, we will protect with the bishop. Now he attacked this knight that protecting this pawn, and now we take the pawn here. When this trade is happened, now as you can see, the black here have the isolated pawn on d6, and this is the plus 2.6 for white. So the white here is already winning. You can develop the knight here, make a long castle, and just play chess. The king is safe, the position is great. And this is the last chapter here, 2 knights. So this is all standard move. Now we have 2 knights here. This is a slightly inaccuracy here, because the idea of Jobava is this one, just attack this pawn twice. So the black here is only good response from black here is to push this pawn. We take this pawn, and as you can see from Lichess database, the white is most likely winning on these positions. So the most common move here is the knight here just attacking the bishop. We will protect the bishop here with the pawn, and also attacking the knight. And if you are lucky, they didn't see that the knight is attacked, so they can play some random moves, just the bishop here or some other move, and the knight is free for take. So the black must take the bishop here. We take this pawn, and this is some tricky move here from black, that he wants to play on this diagonal, give the check, and also a mistake, because this knight here is not free, it is protected from the bishop. So if the queen gives a check here, we just push this pawn attacking the queen, and he cannot take the knight, he can take this pawn. So the good move here is just to block this square here from queen not to come on this square. And if he attacks here, we develop, we do not take, so this is the free pawn, but we have this pawn here, and now in this position is plus 0.8, so white is very good on this position. And that is how opening goes. This is here attacked, This is protected by the knight. So as you can see, the computer wants here to play, but we can this move, and if we attack again, we can take this pawn. Also this pawn is attacked, so the white is winning. And that's it about the Jobava London system that I make us study for now. I win some games, I lose some games, mostly win, but I like Jobava because it's give me good chess games, interesting chess games. Also attacking on the king side is very exciting. So if you like it, you can try. And I hope that this video will help, and that's about something I want to show you, and that's it for now. Thank you for watching, have a nice day and play some good chess games. Goodbye.